Full year 2025 performance and stock market for data productions media capital investments. So I'm very transparent about my stock portfolios, my performance, what I'm doing in the markets. I want to be transparent, and one of the most transparent people is because I have higher aspirations of maybe floating in equity one day for my media company. And, you know, if I build that trust now, if people understand where I come from now, and they have the data to show where I come from, you know, it's going to be a lot easier in the future. So I'm very open with my portfolio. And stuff. Now, obviously, you don't see 100% of everything, but you see all the important points you need to see with that. So let's just get right into it. We're going to go over what I did in 2025 in comparison to 2024. Okay. And, you know, honestly, I'm just going to start off with the bad first, and it wasn't too terrible. My dividend portfolio, and these are realized gains that I'm going over right now. Realized gains, my dividend portfolio, we realized negative $423.63. So that was negative 22%. And as you see, this is because we were in Walgreens and we took a loss on realty income. And so Walgreens, I would say, you know, it just didn't work out. That's all I have to say about it. I had my thesis on it. My videos are still up. There's still a lot to learn, and I believe Walgreens has a chance to survive. But to be a public company right now, I do like the CEO a lot. It's just they have to be a public company and do that turnaround, it'd just be a little too much. So I got out before they eventually got bought out, I think at $13, but I ended up taking a loss, which I think it was, what's it saying? Like 38-ish%. Yeah, 38-ish%. And then for realty income, I actually like that company as well. I like that. But again, I was shifting what my focus was for the dividend portfolio. And I had a lot of things I was still shedding off from last year. And while I did like realty income and I did like the monthly dividend, and long term, I think it would work out, I just started to go in a different direction. And that's something we'll talk more about here shortly. So that's what I did this year. Dividend portfolio, we were down negative 22%. Now let's go over what I did in 2024 for the dividend. I was plus $522.65. I was up 13.7%. And the investment income in 2024 was $320.24. So I realized $500 and I had an investment of $800. And so for the next year, for the shift, I lost half of it. Okay. You see over a 2-year span, still positive. And especially when I had my investment income of this year, 242 with my current investments that I'm really happy with the 2 dividends I'm in, I'm good, right? And we'll get into what those are in a second. But I want to go over, you know, now the big win, right? The big win, and we're still winning off it, and we're still there's still a lot more fruits to be had, right? This is just the little piece. The growth portfolio this year, heavily, all my realized gains came from one stock, and it was SOFI. I made, and this is realized gains, I made $5,980.71, which was plus 274% of realized profit in SOFI. Okay. I built a position up to 1,000 shares. I'm currently at, we'll see right here, 630 shares. So I haven't even sold half yet. And I am up 274% on my position. I've essentially gained $6,000, right, in long-term gains. So that was really great to see. A really great year. And I've been holding SOFI for, you know, over 2 years. And I've been okay with that. I knew the day was coming. I love the CEO, Anthony Noto. I love the business model. I love the different branches of technology, and it's still growing at a high clip. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm just moving forward. I do believe I do want to get down to 500 shares and then put it in my forget about it portfolio that I do plan on starting for successful companies that I just want them to grow without me really thinking about it. So in 2026, I do have an open of 130 shares. I do plan on selling at some point with SOFI, hopefully in the 40s. But right now, I don't plan on selling anything in the near future unless we get the $40. Also, I want to bring back up the investment income for dividend. My monthly average is $20 a month, right? I received $242, like I talked about, in 87 cents in 2025, which comes out to be $20 a month. So I'll take it, right? That's a start. That's a start. And so I guess talking about a little bit more about the dividend, the two dividend stocks I'm in now, Nat, Nordic American Tankers. I've been talking about that on my channel, on my stock channel, definitely. Stock market gematria with Data Capital Investments. Check that channel out and check all my other channels out. But we've been talking about Nat for over a year now. We've been doing really well. Oil tanker rates for Suezmax tankers, amazing. The dividend, amazing. So be prepared for updated videos in 2026 on that investment. I don't plan on going anywhere with that. Then we have knack, Nokia Corporation out of Finland. You know, Nokia, NOK, knack. That's one of the new ones. It's a growth company. It's a growth dividend. You know, their dividend is, I think, 3%, around 3%, low threes. But for Schwab, I can't do a drip on it. So literally every quarter, I just get paid out in cash for that. And then I have to rebuy that myself with knack, which, you know, it's an extra step. But at the same time, I like it because it gives me a chance to get into the big tech AI play without having to pay egregious prices of spending for NVIDIA, you know, all these other chip companies or big tech companies. Nokia, while it has, you know, a illustrious history, it has a troubled recent kind of past, last couple decades. So I think they're at the point now where they're past the turnaround phase. I think they're actually in solid footing. They just got a investment from NVIDIA of $1 billion at $6 of stock. So there's a lot of things to be excited about for Nokia. And, you know, it's international. So, yeah, there's an ADR fee. But I think really when you think about it, the dividend pays the ADR fee. So while it does get a dividend, I do look at this as a way to play AI, play technology, communications at a reasonable valuation. So that's why I like Nokia. So again, stick around the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. As we move forward in the year, we'll be talking about that company a lot more. So that's great to see. So overall, you know, from year 2024 to 2025, really good things to see. Obviously, we still my biggest investments right now are CEIN, Camber Energy, and LTNC, Labor Smart Inc. I've had those since 2021. Both storied penny stocks that I'm still a part of, you know, really early on in my investing career. And while I still hold them and I still have optimism that they can turn around and I get a profit, being that it's a penny stock and these are small companies, and sometimes you just need patience. My philosophies have changed from 2021 to 2026 that we're in now. And so you'll see that in my portfolios going forward, in what I actually invest in. You know, SOFI is one, Usio is another in my growth portfolio. We have Nat and Knock in my dividend. So the personality of my portfolio has definitely changed over the years, and it's going to continue to change as I learn more, as I grow as a person and such. So for some gematria, We have Art will be good stock investor, and Art above average stock investor, both equal 333 in English ordinal. We like to see that 117 in reduction, both matching right there. And we have that 150D in reverse reduction for Art will be good stock investor. So yeah, we have Art will be good stock investor, Art above average stock investor, 333. We love seeing that. I talk about that number at length. Then we have Art is an above average stock investor, equals 133 in English reduction. That's a good stock investing number. Then we have Art to have 100K in his 2026 portfolio, and DeArthur will have 100K in brokerage, 137 in reduction, which is the 33rd prime. And as you see, I mean, my cost basis right now in my equities, I do have $83,000 in cost basis in my brokerage right now. If I was even on all my plays, well, technically I would have more. I'm close because I'm up 11. So my cost basis is 83, but I'm up 11. So I'm probably at like 94 when I more think about it, if I'm doing that right. But I'm really close, regardless to 100K. So it's really just getting to that point where I want to get to that 100K legitimately. The market value right now is a different story. Set at 27 at the end of the year. But they all could change, especially with Cambridge Energy and LTNC, those penny stocks. You never know what could happen. Those could be life changers. But, you know, obviously I have changed my formula since I've invested, but I've still hold my shares. So that's what I have for my full year 2025 performance in the stock market. Please, if you have been following me, if you like my transparency, if you like my performance, if you like what we're doing here on the channel, please give me a subscription. Please subscribe to my channel. Please check the links out below. I do have a Patreon. If you want to check out my Patreon, every month I do download my newsletters, so you can download those yourself. You can print them out. You can look over them, and you know this is going back now 34 meetings. So you could have 34 newsletters. You can go back. Just check out my Patreon. I also have sports videos on my Patreon. Check that out. So please, if you want to support, there's a lot of ways to do it. You can subscribe to many of my channels that you see in the link in the description or my Patreon. Thank you.